If you think that there is no more profit in chinchin business, then try this recipe because it will definitely prove you wrong. This is not just chinchin but chinchin caramel, and is designed to satisfy all your commercial and profit purposes. This recipe was created out of my passion to help bakers restore their profit lost due to increase in raw material, leading to increase in cost of production. This recipe can be conveniently produced with or without egg, milk, or any other costly ingredients, and still retain the quality of a good standard chinchin to your customers in any place in the world. I know this sounds so amazing, right? Oh yeah, hit the like button. Let's begin immediately. In this video, we will be making this chinchin caramel using a wet method. And you will be needing flour, margarine, milk flavor, sugar, egg, baking powder, vegetable oil, spicity seasoning powder, and salt. Now, the first step of this procedure is the dissolution of our ingredients in water. This procedure should be used when you want soft and tasty chinchin but with less crunchy texture. Okay, so add 2 tablespoons of powdered milk flavor to our 2 cups of water in the bowl. Then go in with your sugar, which is half cup of sugar. Now crack your egg and separate the yolk from the white. The egg white should be added to our liquid while you save the yolk for later use. Next is to add a tablespoon of salt in addition to a teaspoon of baking powder. This whole tie is 1 tablespoon, so I will be using half of it to obtain a teaspoon. And once that is done, stir everything to allow the baking powder to diffuse into the mixture. Now everybody is using cinnamon and nutmeg in their chinchin. Would you want to join them too? Of course not. I know you can do that. Let's try something different today. Spicity spice does not only add unique flavor, but it also added to the appearance of our chinchin, thereby confusing all those your enemy that are waiting for you to start chinchin business so that they will buy it and taste it and go and imitate your product, because they can never know what you added for that unique flavor. So I added just half tablespoon of the spice and mix everything to dissolution. In fact, I prefer to give it a whisk, okay, so that lets everything combine. And please don't forget to taste this liquid at this point. And when you do, ensure that there is a balance between salt and sugar. If not, add whatsoever that is lacking, if it is salt or sugar. Okay, so I did that off camera and I added more salt to my liquid just to create this balance. Now we move to the second step, which is the caramelization of our flavor. Now, if you are new to caramelization, don't worry, I will tell you what it is. It is simply the heating of sugar in the absence of water to obtain a brown pigment known as caramel. This caramel is very rich in flavor and also promotes the overall appearance of your baked products. So instead of wasting your money in buying different flavors, which will increase your cost of production, so it's better you caramelize part of your sugar for flavor and save the cost of production. So in a pot, I added the remaining half cup of sugar, and I also move in with a 1/4 cup of water. Allow dissolution into a syrup or sugar solution. Turn on your stove and begin to heat this syrup in a mild heat temperature. Please listen again. Your heat at this point must be very low. Please lower your stove. If not, your caramel will burn and your chinchin becomes dark brown. In fact, the look of your chinchin will be very unpleasant. That is why I am warning at this point to please use a low heat to do this. Is that clear? So after about 7 minutes after boiling, the water you added has dried out and the sugar begin to brown. This is the brown coloration we are talking about, which is the caramel. Okay, so I'll continue to give this a stir until the whole sugar is completely caramelized, just like this. At this point, we're going to add some part of our margarine to this caramel and allow to melt. Now, the flavor of this caramel, in addition to the flavor of our melted margarine, will catapult your chinchin flavor into another realm. And that is not all. Next, I dissolved some liquid milk flavoring powder in water and also added to this caramel just to boost in the flavor of this caramel. Now for the milk flavor liquid, please don't add too much because it contains starch, otherwise it will thicken up and you don't want that. Just a little bit, just to make up the flavor as well. So with this, you have succeeded in building a very strong flavor for your chinchin at little or no cost at all. And the result of this flavor is a top notch. Even your synthetic flavor cannot afford to give you the value of the flavor we have achieved in this caramel. Don't you like this? Don't you like saving your costs, giving your customer quality products and making huge profit out of it? Why don't you give this video a like? Thank you. So turn off the heat at this point and allow to cool down for a while. Now it is the time for mixing. So I have in here 500 grams of flour times 2, that is 1 kg of flour. Okay, so I'll turn everything into my bowl, then add the remaining portion of margarine to it. Yes, we are using only quarter sachet of margarine, which is 62.5 grams. Now we've added little portion to our melted caramel, and now we are adding the rest into our flour. Now our reserved egg yolk goes in next. And finally, our caramelized flavor comes into play. So add in the caramel completely and begin to crumble everything together with the flour. Now, if you are using a dry method of production, then you have to crumble everything directly into your flour, including all the ingredients that we dissolved in water. There will be no need for dissolution. You just add every other ingredient and your caramel to your flour and mix it and crumble it like this. By so doing, your product comes out crunchier and stronger, if that is what you want. Okay, but may not be as tasty as the wet method. That's the difference. Okay, good. Now let me use this opportunity to give an appreciative shout out to Fumilayo. Fumilayo, thank you for sending us a super thanks after watching our video. That's very thoughtful of you. Also, thank you our subscribers and returning subscribers. Thank you for your support. Okay, good. Now back to our mixing. So add your wet liquid bit by bit and mix until everything comes together and becomes a dough. Please note that no extra liquid will be required. So just patiently mix until your dough comes together. And once they comes together into a dough like this, you can transfer to your table or working surface and then massage the dough for a while. Just give it a massage, not that serious need. Okay, just give it a massage and then cover the dough and allow to rest. After about 10 minutes, let's uncover the dough and begin to work on it. Firstly, we are going to divide our dough into a handy size. And to do that, I divide the dough with my knife into 6 portions. Pick one of the portions and begin to work on it. Now, while kneading your chinchin, I want you to understand that your profit lies on how you knead and cut your chinchin as well. So it's advisable to stretch out every part of the dough evenly for uniform thickness and quality chinchin. And please don't overstretch your dough, okay? This thickness is okay, so I'm gonna cut out the rough part. Yes, and take it out. Then trim out the areas just like this to obtain a rectangular shape. Then I'll begin to cut, carefully and gently, just like this. Now this caramelized method is just the best kind of chinchin method. Very cheap, very easy. You don't even need to grease your table with anything. Whether you use egg or you did not use egg, whether you use milk or no milk, the caramel will always do the job for you with no extra cost. And I tell you, your chinchin will not stick to the table, just as you can see in this video. So it is time for us to fry our chinchin. Once our oil is heated, I put the chinchin into the hot oil and begin to stir around. Okay, please make sure that your heat is not too high. I prefer it at medium, not too low, but not too high. Okay, you can see our chinchin is beginning to brown. At this point, it is very okay. Look at the chinchin. You just scoop out of the oil after frying and then continue to fry the next batch. Okay, yes, this is it. I love constant stirring or stirring at intervally so that I get the best quality look and appearance ever. Now, speaking about the taste, dear viewers, you have never tasted chinchin until you taste chinchin caramel. It's not a joke. This chinchin is so tasty, crunchy, and it melts in the mouth. And most importantly, the sweet caramel flavor that comes out of this chinchin. Oh God. No product competes with it. It's just different. In fact, this chinchin is a world-class chinchin, and it is produced with just few ingredients. I don't think I need to convince you by start costing it for you. You can see that it's just few ingredients. You can do it with or without egg. You don't need egg, you don't need milk. All you need is your sugar, your milk flavor, your margarine, your baking powder. Basically, that's all, and your chinchin is ready. In my next video, I will take you on commercial meat pie, the one you can supply to shops and supermarkets, and they stays fresh for 3 days without spoilage. I know you wouldn't want to miss that video for anything in this world, so subscribe so that you will know when I upload the video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.